I was a porn director.
You did?
I can't believe they
God,
let me drive that thing.
Ooh, wee!
He just got deep on you, yo.
One time I lucid dream, I just made myself cry.
And I just put myself in sleep paralysis.
All right, it's been a while. Danny, you want to bring us in?
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Oh, Mr. Birthday
Chazz did it
Boy.
first.
Chazz wanted to do it.
There it is.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a familiar face today. Who are you?
I'm JT. I'm back.
Danny, back again.
I'm Chazz. I was born.
Chazz's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
oh,
Chazz.
boy.
I did it.
I'm Antonio. Let's start this picnic, boys.
They all said he wouldn't make it to 22.
It's true.
And now he's here. Look
You
at
did
that.
it.
The
You
fine,
made it.
the fine.
Just barely.
Just barely.
The doctors, the priests, all of them, they said he wouldn't make it.
22 is a weird age. I feel like it's like just like, because it's the one after. It's arguably after the biggest birthday you'll
Yeah.
ever have.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, oh, 22. Now, the only thing you can get is a fucking Taylor Swift song. It's literally the only thing.
Because 17, you could start buying R-rated games. 18, you know, you're 18 now.
You're 18, and you can also you can buy lottery tickets and in some states
Strip
cigarettes.
clubs, all that stuff. Some of them.
Yeah.
The true.
19, 20, useless ages.
Useless
Useless ages.
Yeah.
19 and 20 are just, I'm waiting to get to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you're there,
It's 1 year closer.
you have a really tough year. You
And
realize
21
it's not
it
that
is.
great, and then
The 20 is really the kicker. Like, a few months before you turn 21 is the worst. Because it's like,
And that's also...
then you're also a lot of obviously, like, unless you're a weird group where all of your birthdays are the same day, then it's like some people go to the bar, some people can't. If you get denied, like, eventually we just made the rule that if you get denied,
Goodbye.
fuck you. You have to go home yourself. Like, that's a risk you have to take.
we chopped a finger to save the hand. That was kind of
and
we
it
did.
had to happen, and it sucks. But
I mean, unless you're the first birthday, like you were, right? If you're like a January birthday.
yeah, but then being the last birthday in December sucks too. Even though that's probably the biggest party though, because that's the final guy we need
Final
or
guy.
girl, you know.
now we have the 18.
Now
Like
we
now
have the 18.
everybody's
I mean,
together.
it's very
There's
bad.
no
18.
risk.
It's all Murdochs, but all right.
The A- team.
The B+ team at best.
And then no birthday after, like from there really matters till 30, right?
30.
It's 22, 23,
Yeah.
24. No one cares
23
about
Jordan.
25 is pretty great.
25 is
Can
half.
you
So though,
25 you can rent a car.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You can rent the car.
Well,
I feel my friends have
feel-
rented cars who are not 25.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of like it's so much more money. It's like a bunch of like there's like underage.
And like Hawaii, I think you have to be like 25 to rent a car.
Also, 25 I feel like is the age like you are an adult.
Dude,
You are
JT rented.
truly an adult.
I would say
now.
27. 27 is when you're in, like that's an adult.
Someone who's 26 is an adult.
Dude, JT, remember when when you rented that the fucking what was the U-Haul?
Oh yeah, I can't
My
believe they
God,
let me
they-
drive that thing. Like, dude, I swear, dude. Okay, all you need is like $30, and you can drive essentially a Mack truck down the road. It's crazy.
It was absolutely insane.
Dude,
JT was
I
in
don't
it
wanna
and
talk
he's
about
like, they
things I could've
shouldn't
done.
let me be driving this.
shouldn't.
I have no qualifications.
no background check, no nothing. Like, I could have given them probably my fake ID. Like, I just gave them my license, and all right. Crazy.
Absolutely incredible.
All right, so I kind of want to take, because the headphones are messing with me because of this hat, I kind of want to just take this hat off. So I feel like we should talk about the hat for
You
a
wanna
second.
acknowledge that.
Acknowledge the
Okay.
hat for a second. We are going to be interviewing people on DJ Johnny Bomb's The Secret of the Queen's Giant Indiana Jones short film Wednesday.
Movie premiere.
Movie premiere, red
Wednesday.
carpet and all.
I don't know if you guys remember what we talked to him probably in like July, right, or earlier, June
Yeah.
maybe,
Quite a while back.
and he's finally releasing his movie. And
One of my favorite episodes.
we have the distinct honor of interviewing people
It's true.
on the red carpet.
Gonna set up a nice little table. I guess we should shout about it, right? If you want to get tickets, right? It's still time to get tickets. It's coming
Still
out.
time to
This
get
is Sunday,
tickets.
so the premiere is Wednesday. If you want tickets, so that's why my homage to Indiana Jones. And I'm taking these off because
So,
it's
yeah.
messing up my headphones. All right, and
Now you got a bunch of hat hair.
I got a bunch of hat hair. Hat hair's the worst. Helmet hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hat.
Chazz has always had that
I've
problem.
been saying this forever. A hat is a prison. Because once you put on a hat, you cannot take it off. Because or else you get hat hair for the rest of the day.
Well, that sounds like you guys'
hat-
personal problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know.
Dude, when I
But
had
a hat is a prison.
when I had long hair, like my Bieber emo hair, I used to wear
Oh my
I used to wear a beanie to sleep, and then when I woke up and I took off the beanie, poof, perfect the way you want.
You're a
it.
fucking loser.
I know I was.
You're
I
a
was.
fucking
I
loser.
was. I was.
I knew it was coming.
So you enjoy the hat hair?
No, it wasn't hat hair. It was a style at that point. I needed it.
It was like a bowl, like it like shaped his hair.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
shaped my head.
it's the equivalent of a white wave cap.
Yeah, he's getting his waves.
It's my white wave.
Which,
cap.
by the way, I will forever be jealous of black people for waves. I think waves are so cool.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean, black people just have the coolest hairstyles.
but you-
I don't understand
you've
how
never
wave.
had
I don't
short
understand
hair,
how
though.
wave cap works.
You,
Like, how does it like? Why does it do what it does?
I don't know nothing about no science. You
It
put
just-
it on and
It's just magical. It's
you leave it there and it happens. I mean, now
how
they
long
have.
do you have to leave it there?
I don't know. Nobody uses wave. Well, people still use wave caps, but it's all about the
People
wave.
still use wave
It's all about the wave. It's all about the wave brush. It's so much simply just brush it, boom, bang, bing, bang, boom, waves, boom.
You know what's fucking? You know what? Untraditional headpiece is making a comeback, making an entrance.
What?
Fucking men's babushkas.
Men's bonnets?
Babushka.
Like,
That's not. Isn't that Russian for grandma?
Oh yeah, Cam Newton just wore
Yeah.
it.
Cam Newton wore it. ASAP Rocky wears it a lot.
Dude, I was
He
at
has a song called Babushka Boy.
I was
course he does.
I was at Bourbon at like 4 a.m. and I was just watching it, just staring at the TV. And Cam Newton was doing a press conference, and he looked
was
like
wearing the
he looked
babushka.
like he was in costume as his mother.
I think it looks cool as fuck. I like it a lot.
The day after that, I was watching every sports show, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Because I was, is that Cam Newton? Because he's such a big, beefy guy, and he was wearing just. I mean, I guess fashion
Yeah.
escapes my
Dude.
mind, but it looked ridiculous.
I think fashion is so.
too.
I think it's so
babushka
dumb
boy.
that like, how much it changes. That 10 years, you can look really stupid wearing something, and then 10 years later, you can look
really cool.
Don't
like
worry.
the most fashionable
We'll have,
person.
yeah.
the hipsters always recycle it anyway, so nothing
Yeah,
really
it comes
dies.
in, you just gotta wait.
Yeah,
It
you
comes
just
in
gotta wait.
waves.
Dude, the biggest problem with that is that like he wore that to the game, and then they lost, and then now he has to wear it for the press conference.
Yeah.
So like, what do you? If you're winning, people
Wait,
like,
he wore it to the game.
because he wears it because he had his whole outfit. He wore it to the pregame, right?
Well, like it's
For
like
the-
you know those like
Not while he
those
was
like
playing.
those
Yeah.
interviews when like they
Right.
get off the bus and they're walking into like
Yeah.
the locker room.
And the wait, like the home team that's not their team is like throwing eggs at the bus. All
Yeah.
That's why he wore a babushka.
You can't wear like ridiculous shit and not win. It's not okay because you're like now I listen to this guy tell me like, yeah, it was me. We couldn't do it. I failed. And then like, look at him. He's fucking. This is why he couldn't do it. This fucking idiot.
Goddamn babushka.
And then you can't take it off halfway through. Then you're not committed.
Exactly.
Now you look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a loser.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard. I really just like this. Art is my passion. I really like ironic, like this is obviously meant to be like funny ironic clothing.
That
but,
is not obvious.
I mean,
It doesn't look funny on you though. It looks like that's what you.
yeah.
It looks like that's what you mean.
It is. It's ironic on like a
It's-
next degree
I mean,
level.
anybody who knows anything, like this is obviously like these are like the Microsoft Word like
Clip art.
Danny,
clip art fonts.
you fit the look and the
Yeah.
role of a hipster. It
Yeah.
looks like that's what you want to wear
Yeah,
out.
I know, but any hipster would
no, you look like a
understand the
special.
joke.
No, you look like a special kid who
Any-
made that shirt.
Any hipster would understand the joke. It's also, I mean, it's just a joke.
Danny's on that
It's
next level
it's actually
hipster
YouTuber
shit.
merch. I forgot which one, but
I like it a lot, but I think on you
like
it looks
it.
too serious. It looks too real.
well, you know what? Honestly, I enjoy like the pushing the boundary of like, oh yeah, it's real. Like if someone commented it and was like, oh, you do art, I'd probably go with it. One time I convinced Chazz's
think
friend
that's just
that
your
I was
excuse.
One time I convinced Chazz's friend that I was a porn director
did?
the entire night. It was the
I think it was
entire night.
Danny really enjoys just lying.
He really does.
It's so
He
funny.
really gets off on it.
It's so funny to just like, I don't know.
To lie,
Like this is my made
it's
up world.
It's a joke. It's like
only to you.
It's like Andy Kaufman. Like it's a joke that goes past the limits of a
it's not-
joke.
but
You know.
it's not a joke. It's
It
just
is.
a lie because if I met a stranger and they told me their profession, what am I supposed to believe? It's not a joke. It's just this guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it's kind of a joke. I mean, I understand what
Who
you
was
mean.
laughing?
I mean, at the end he was. I told him that I was a porn director and fluffer.
He didn't tell me he was a
okay,
fluffer.
okay.
And
wanna
I
explain what a
totally
fluffer is?
believe that. A fluffer who basically, I don't know,
gets the actors ready.
gets the actors primed
The-
and
the
rock
talent.
hard. But yeah, I mean, to an extent, like it should be a joke, but he thought it was funny after. He was like, I fucking believe that shit because it's just funny, like what you'll believe if you have no
I
wall
think
up,
it
you know?
becomes not a joke when you do this all the time. never reveal that it's not. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's also true.
Then it's just a lie. Now it's not a joke.
I don't know, but in a way, that's even funnier. That's fucking.
But
dude,
only
it's
to you.
No, but it's
definitely
It really
psychopathic
no. It
shit
really that's hilarious.
You're an absolute.
Read a book on Andy Kaufman.
You're an
You'll
absolute
fucking understand.
madman.
Mad lad.
You'll
Absolute mad
absolutely
lad.
understand. Read a book.
I can't read.
So you know what? You know. Have you heard about this PlayStation? So
What?
PlayStation, like the PlayStation United Kingdom account, like the official PlayStation account, tweeted this thing that caused an uproar. They basically tweeted, why don't you call circle O if you call X X? Like, why would it be called X? You know, the buttons on a
Yeah.
PlayStation controller. And,
Oh, they're-
and so they basically tweeted like, because I think somebody tweeted them like, is it called X? And they were like, why wouldn't the circle be called O if it was X? So basically they've confirmed it's not called X. And then people
Lost it.
flipped out. People like started taking apart their controllers because like circuit boards underneath or whatever have like
The
the
title?
labels and do you know what it's actually called?
Cross.
Cross.
That's what I was gonna say.
Cross.
That makes sense. I mean, there's also
And
a
no,
triangle and a box.
Also-
It doesn't make sense.
Also,
No, it doesn't.
cross I learned is like an actual shape. I did not know that.
and
Like
it's just this.
it's
no matter which way.
an X is a rectangle. So like if you think about the corners of an X, one side is longer than the others. A cross is a perfect square.
I think the pompous people at PlayStation should shut their goddamn mouth. That's what I think.
I mean, it does make sense that why X. It's such a weird thing to put in there if you have shapes for every other button.
Yeah.
Companies with the ability to tweet, they have too much power now.
Then-
So
Fucking-
it's triangle, circle, square, cross.
That's crazy.
bop it. I don't know.
It's the same way. It's the same way Uno is trying to tell us the rules. Fuck that shit. You can't stack, draw twos. Crazy.
Fuck you, yeah.
Fuck Uno.
But
Eventually, board games
a
just
cross,
become
though, yeah. That's what it is.
your own rules.
It's a cross.
I don't believe it.
My biggest Twitter reveal of the century was when fucking who was it? T-Pain went that he's not saying ooh wee. He's saying
Yeah.
and then it's fucking crazy.
nonsense.
Yeah.
You know about this?
What?
With buy you a drink?
Okay.
It goes,
He's
I'm going to buy you a drink.
Now I'm gonna take you home with me.
But what does he say in between then?
Ooh, no, so it's like buy you a drink, ooh wee, ooh. But it's really and then
He's saying
I'm
he's
gonna
going-
take you home with
Doesn't
me.
he
He's
say-
Wait,
Sound like
that
it.
noise in between
It's
those
Yeah,
two
two
words.
he's
And
saying
two
he's going.
words.
I'm gonna buy you a drink
And
and
then-
that's what he's saying he's doing.
You revealed it on Twitter and because I
And
think someone tweeted
like
him.
everybody lost
Everyone
their
lost
fucking
it.
mind.
Yeah.
It's like, what about like I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. Like we don't know the fucking words to that either, right?
I think those are
it-
exactly the words.
No, those are the words, but everyone just thought it was like abadu badoo
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
We're not singers. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, there's like somebody, there's a Twitter account who finds out all these things because like everybody like always prefaces it with like, how old were you when you realized that this was not this? And there's like a Twitter account
Yeah.
called like Today Years Old.
Yeah.
Like I found this out today.
I was today's years old. When,
Today years old.
oh, you know what makes me laugh? The number days without like having sex, or the number days without touching somebody. It's like day 256. I put my seatbelt on and slammed on the brakes just to feel someone choking me. Shit like that.
Was making me laugh.
Some of the days the severity kind of outmatch each
It
other. Like,
becomes
Yeah.
sad.
no, like day
Much
like day
sadder.
50 was much more intense than day like 256. You know, like day 50 was the choking thing, and day like 256 was like I dropped my remote and picked it up just so I could bend over again. Like those things.
I've never seen this account, but I want to.
Really, it's fucking hilarious.
You've just
great.
lived it.
It's mine.
We're on-
I own that
We're
account.
on what's 22 times
Just
365?
Danny's diary.
Yeah, really. What?
Have you ever had a diary?
No, I'm not a fucking.
When you were a
I'm
kid?
not a little girl. What do you mean,
Me neither. I'm just saying.
I think I
liar?
I tried to
forgot.
once, and I wrote like one page and then just forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I've been told to, and like I've tried a bunch for a few days of like journaling or whatever.
told to?
But it's like, yeah, like like in school or.
Oh
fucking,
yeah, I've done that. Like
But like, I mean, a lot of them like suggest you do it. Like I don't know, like in college, like a bunch of people were like, you should do it. Like you should do it, but you don't have to.
like
I just don't get it. I don't like writing. I don't like writing things down. Like
I agree with you.
I like writing. I could see myself very much enjoying doing that, but man, every movie, someone always finds that goddamn diary, and that's not these aren't your secrets. It's too much. It's in stone, you know. That's like you find that, you put that there.
That's true.
That's
Interesting.
Just keep it up here.
like,
Well, some people are even like, you don't even have to save it. You literally just type for 5 minutes in the morning, like just like train of thought, just like
And delete it.
type stuff out and then just delete it.
that's just like
This-
They
isn't that just stuff to
they
keep
have
you
a
creative?
there's a website called like the world's worst notebook or something or like most dangerous notebook, where you have to keep typing, and if you stop typing for like 5 or 10 seconds, everything gets deleted. And the point is to like try to force you to just like
Just
flow of
flow.
consciousness, just boom, 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 boom,
What
boom.
if you make
just
a
put
typing
whatever.
mistake and you want to go
You
back?
I mean, you can go back after, but you just gotta go for like they have like timers and stuff. So like you go for like 5 minutes, just like type is whatever's coming to your mind. It doesn't matter if it's wrong.
Honestly, like the writers that actually use that as like a tool, and then they have like one good sentence that they want to keep, so they just keep like just
It's like press.
now they have to keep hitting X for
Yeah,
30 minutes so it doesn't get deleted.
This reminds me of a dream I had this morning. Because I specifically
All your thoughts were getting erased.
I had wrote that's not it. But when I woke up, I wrote down the thought so I wouldn't forget it. And the dream makes absolutely I don't know why it was absolutely useless. I woke up and I was like, this is a great idea, and then I went back to bed. But it's terrible. It's called in the dream I'd call it the sock and cock.
What were you dreaming
Just sounds
about?
like you're masturbating.
Yeah, really.
No, see. 'Cause
Wait,
it was,
so is this a good idea or a bad
Also,
idea?
let's talk about masturbating after this. Who uses a sock? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
talk about
We'll talk about
masturbating
that after.
so much.
But,
on this.
Yeah, well, you know.
so what had happened was that my dream was like, it was like I had put together soccer and an escape room and prostitution, and I put it into one idea.
Well, that is a very deceiving name for that title.
Sock and cock.
So what, soccer?
It's like soccer cock.
What's the escape?
Well, I mean the soccer, soccer was the least important
Because you're
part
just
of
trying
it.
to get away from it. You're trying to get out.
So what had happened was that you go through this maze, and at the end of the maze,
Prize is a prostitute?
there are these. Pretty much because either if you're a man or a woman, there are these two people who are trapped in a cage, and this person who had kidnapped them. So you let the people out at the end, and then you put the person who kidnapped them in the cage, and then you have a threesome with the two people that you helped escape. But you're in. I forget where the soccer element comes in. I think it was.
So it was a wet dream.
It was. No, I didn't come.
Either way,
It made absolutely no sense. I was confused.
I had the scariest dream I had in a while this morning, just because I woke up and I went back to bed. And I guess I was still in like REM sleep. So
Right.
So my stuff, like, I usually go to sleep with a horror movie every night.
I don't know why I'm having nightmares all the time.
No, actually, because I don't usually get nightmares. I think it's just because like I changed my diet and like I cut back on the drinking, so like my body's just like, what's going on? Let's just scare him. Let's shock him back into what the hell's going on. Dude, and I didn't. You know, a lot of scary dreams, you feel like you're in danger or something. I didn't feel like I was in danger. I was literally just getting the shit scared out of me. Like I'm in this house by myself, so. When like I was in my dream, I was upstairs. It was so real. Like sometimes you forget you're dreaming, but sometimes you kind of realize you're dreaming.
Yeah.
This one, complete. This was me. I was awake. You know, that my dream gave me no chance, and I was just ghosts dealing with ghosts fucking with me, and it was terrifying. I screamed. I woke up screaming.
I think my mind's starting to go because I'm starting to like not even be able to remember what was a dream and what wasn't. I'm like, oh, I gotta call Chazz back about that thing. Oh wait, that was a dream.
Do you think you have a memory so detailed that was probably a dream, but like it's in there as a memory?
I don't know what it is. I think I just have Alzheimer's.
Oh Jesus!
I've never had a nightmare.
really.
That can't be
I swear
true.
to God, it just never happened. It's never happened.
What about after Charlie got struck by the lightning tree?
Didn't have a dream about that at all. I don't dream about like things that
I don't
happen in my
believe
life.
you.
I swear to God, I've never had one ever.
Not one that you can remember, at least.
I've never woken up and been like, it's never happened. It just doesn't happen. All my dreams are like weird, mundane things.
Like your keys are just talking to you. And it's like, oh, that's weird. And you wake up.
Also, people like love telling me about their dreams. I hate it. I hate it.
But what if you're in the
Shut
dream?
the fuck up. I don't care about your dream. Unless it's really good. Like shut up. Like I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Because
so weird.
I like people are like, oh no, but you were in it. And I'm like, Okay, you're giving me too much information.
I mean,
I don't care.
I see what he's saying. You're essentially just, when you're telling someone your dream, you're just like making up a story and telling it to them. I don't care
But it's
about
like
your made up story.
But it's like you're telling a movie that you saw that no one ever seen.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think
also.
I think
A
the
lot of
sock and
some-
cock is $1 million idea.
I don't think that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm very for selfish reasons. I like people telling me their dreams when I'm in it because I'm like, all right, what was I doing?
I mean, if I'm like in your dream, then yeah, say, oh yeah, you're in my dream, and like maybe like that's all I need to know. I don't need to know what was
I
happening.
feel like you're kind of forced to ask, oh yeah, what was it? What happened?
Yeah, it's really they're playing my hand because what am I gonna say? Cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I do say actually.
For
I
me,
mean,
the
I
worst
don't
thing
know.
is a dream within a dream. I had when I was a kid, I had like
Danny doesn't want to hear about this.
yeah.
Danny does not want to hear
It's
about
true.
this.
He doesn't, but
So-
it's too late. I've already started.
Just tell
Like
Danny
you
he
ever
was in it.
Just
have you
tell
ever
Danny.
had that? Because I've had times where I had 5 dreams within a dream. I woke up 5 times in my dream
All right,
until I
all
woke
right,
up.
Inception.
I only had it once, but I already told it on this podcast.
It
Can't
was
do it again.
terrible. It was awful. It's the worst thing.
Yeah, I always thought that was bullshit, but it did happen to me once, and I woke up just in a car I couldn't get out of until someone said just do this, and then I woke up and I couldn't figure out what it was because I did it in the dream and I don't remember.
You guys ever lucid dream?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't. Never known
tried
I'm
for a long
in a
time.
dream.
Danny bought all the equipment, like the
I
machinery,
well,
Elon
fir-
Musk,
fir-
Tesla,
fir-
Tesla stuff.
First, I tried just like by myself. And it really fucked up my sleep schedule. Like I just like, it was very strange. I did not like it. I never got to do it either.
I've done it like 3 times.
I was so close though.
I've done it like 3 times. It's all right. But sometimes you like one time I was really losing it and I was really trying to fight and get it back and everything just started melting and I woke up. It was very strange.
Yeah. Every time I do it, my first thing is that I try to wake up because I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
Oh, that's not true.
I'm pretty sure I
For
tried.
me, that's what I do.
I tried once. Like I read something online and I was like, oh, and I did this and this to try to make the lucid dream happen, and I just put myself in sleep paralysis.
Oh, that
Oh, yeah,
sucks.
That, like,
It's so scary.
There's a thin line. Well, the one time I lucid dream, I just made myself cry. Just
in the dream or in real life?
no, in the dream. Like, I was
both.
just-
If you cry in your dream,
You cry for real.
cry for real.
well, then I was crying in real life. Yeah. Because like you could control everything, you know. So you have like these sad luxuries that you could do. You know?
Sad luxury.
and,
like-
then, and then they
See,
melt
these
away.
are interesting. What is a sad luxury?
Like my grandfather passed away, so I had a conversation with him. It was
sad
a dream,
luxuries,
sad
okay.
luxury,
Oh,
and I made myself cry. It's just how it is.
He just got deep on you, yo.
you did.
I call it sad luxury. I don't know.
That's true. That is a sad luxury.
And then I woke up and I was like, all right, well that sucked, but
I'm a
it was
loser.
cool. You know?
Have you guys ever watched a movie that made you cry? Like
Yeah.
bawl? Like
Never.
Not cry.
No, not
I-
cry, but the tear shed down.
The only time I've ever come close to crying when like watching something, and I didn't cry, but I really came close. When Michael Scott, that episode when he left, that is so sad. No, don't even. That is so sad.
The Office.
Watch all. Have you seen The Office?
Yeah, of
Watch the
course.
whole thing. Watch that episode. You're gonna tell me that wasn't a very sad episode.
it was very,
was a very
was
sad
very
episode.
sad.
It's so strange.
Of all the things for you to say, this almost made me cry.
Oh, what do you want to fucking hear? What do you want to hear? The fucking I don't know. What movies make you cry?
I don't know, any like all the drama Oscar movies, I'm sure would make
I
you cry.
cried in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, you thought
When
Batman?
I, when
you
I
thought
thought
Batman died?
when and I mean I knew he was alive because they like obviously said it, but like there was just this like really great scene where like it looks like he's just going off into the sunset and about to kill himself, and that was really sad.
Spoilers.
Yeah, really? Didn't that come,
If you haven't seen it,
Just
fuck
kidding.
you.
Yeah, got him.
came out what 7 years ago?
No, it's really fucking shit. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
like,
You're in freshman year of high school. Fuck. Time.
Shit.
I remember hearing this story on the radio of how on the radio they talked about the Titanic, the movie, and what happened, and then they apparently got a complaint from an upset listener, like who was upset that they spoiled it for them. And it's like, not only is it like 20 years old, it happened. Like it's a historical thing.
Yeah.
You know, it
Like,
sank.
Titanic right there.
You should absolutely spoilers. Everybody needs to sit down and have a big council and establish a time. Like a month after, it's just free reign. You can say whatever you want
Month's
at
not
any
no,
point.
not a month.
When it's out of theaters. When
I
it's out of
think-
theaters.
yeah.
At least.
I think once it's
No, because
once
then-
it's
Then
on.
what about a TV show?
No, but then that's not fair either, though, because now you have this big gap. There's a gap between when it's out of
there's a big-
theaters
big
and
gap.
when it's
I think it's
well,
when
when
it's
it's closing now.
All right. Well, if you guys aren't capitalizing on this Fire Stick bootleg movie stuff, then yeah, that's not.
Let's
what problem?
establish. Let's establish a
I
time
don't.
here.
I don't watch movies that like look like fucking Roblox.
No,
like
once-
I
but
do not
they
like
come
Fire
out in
Stick.
high quality.
once
You wait a couple months
Once
and it
they're
comes
out
out
of
on
theaters,
fucking high quality.
it's DVD quality.
Yeah.
They just have to be out of theaters.
Let's establish a time.
But Antonio
right
can
now
watch
for
a
all
movie
humanity.
just like
I don't
in
know.
0
Every,
pixels.
every time Antonio puts on movies, like, oh, this is great quality to me, and it like looks. I can't do it.
You have no idea what-
Antonio's
Dude,
quality.
You have no idea. What, back then, when you had to get the bootlegs from the freaking people walking around in the pizzeria, just handing out fucking floppy disks, the quality comparatively.
Oh my god,
It
true.
might as well be.
Also-
But it is interesting how you do get used to it after a while. Like
As long as it's not in a
like,
different
I've
language,
been,
I can
like,
watch it.
Like I've been watching Survivor, and I've started all of them are on. It's like 39 seasons, which is fucking wild. That has to happen. First of all, they have to go on twice a year, right?
Survivor's
has existed
twice
for
a year.
40 years,
Yeah, it's twice a year.
Well, because they don't have. It's not the same. There's Survivor Island. There's this thing. There's this.
so it's
thing.
twice a year. Yeah.
No, Survivor itself is twice a year. Yeah.
Also, most of them are on islands.
No, I'm saying there's different. There's like Survivor Island, then there's Survivor Island blank because it's like
No, it's just different places every time.
Yeah, it's different. It's
Almost
just season one, season
almost
two,
all of
season
them are on
three.
an island.
it's not. But there's different. There's like Celebrity Edition. There's this. There's that. I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but those are just
When-
like
when
different.
there's- when
They're all
there's-
like this, but they're all Survivor.
I'm
It's
saying
all
when
the
there's
same
variety
thing.
like that, you could have it twice a year.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that twice a year because there's no way it's been 40 years anyway. But I started with like season 15 because someone said that was a really good episode, really good season. And at first you're like, God, the quality on this is so bad. Then by the end you're like, oh, it's the same.
That's the same thing with Always Sunny. Always Sunny's first couple seasons, I can't even watch
Oh yeah,
Because
it's
the
like a
quality or
handheld
because it's
camera.
not
because of
funny.
the quality.
Oh.
I think that show's hilarious. I think but the quality is, and it's not their fault. That's what they had.
Yeah.
13 years ago. Like, what are you gonna do?
I actually think I kind of think the higher quality that show's gotten, the less funny it's gotten.
Yeah.
Well,
Nah,
'cause
I
it's-
think it was a middle point.
There's a really good middle point, but like then
It's
when
tough.
it started to do like real production stuff, like when I don't know, there's like a lot of episodes that are like hit or miss, but overall,
That's true.
fucking hilarious.
No, I think that show's really funny.
Love
Oh,
that show.
it's probably my favorite
Well, I
show.
guess when you have less budget, you have to get more creative until like things could just like, oh, we didn't have to do that. We could just
Have you
throw
guys-
Yeah,
money
it's
at it.
really interesting. That whole like just that concept, like Jack White from the White Stripes, 7 Nation Army. You know that song anyway. You definitely know the song. It's the one that goes boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, all right, you got
it. But he was like, after we made an album and we didn't have to we weren't constrained anymore. Like we had all this stuff at our disposal, and I couldn't make a song. Like
Yeah.
because I had too much stuff at my disposal, I couldn't be creative, and so he'll do these like weird challenges where he'll like say like, oh, I can only write the chorus and like this note.
Right.
Like try to put a box around yourself so that you can, because that's where creativity comes from.
Creativity is such a weird thing.
Yeah, it really is. Because when you have no limits, you can just do anything, but that
you
can
do
almost be a
nothing.
detriment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of, I think it just depends like your work ethic or just who you are, because some people could take the the limitlessness of creativity and make great things, and some people need to confine space. It's like the menus at a diner. Sometimes there are 1,000 pages and sometimes just one page. Some people could pick from the 1,000 pages. Danny can't, but I like the tiny menu.
But I'm pretty good at first of all, I'm a good menu
There it
picker.
is.
I'm a
good
good menu
menu
picker. Yeah, you skip the whole like.
I'm one of those people who will sit down and I'll be like, got it. Like I know what I got, or I don't at all, and I'm like, I will order when I'm asked. Like pressure order.
Okay, well, those are both wrong. Because what Danny does is like, oh God, I don't know yet, and the same thing I get every time I come.
That's just
I do that. I do that.
The only place I do that at is the diner. It's the only place.
I guess that's true.
Because you can't do that at regular places because I don't go other places so often that I
Yeah.
have, the same thing I have every time.
At the diner, I sit down and he's like, "Do you need a menu?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What am I gonna get today?" I look at it for 20 minutes and then I just order the fucking the American
Freedom wrap.
Freedom wrap. There
Dude,
you go.
Midville Wrap is better. I mean, these
Yeah,
people
we're
don't
getting
know.
to
Anyway,
it.
but
Never mind.
Midville Wrap is better.
Metro Diner.
Metro Diner. Shout out Metro Diner.
It's, George, we did it. Finally. He's been complaining about it. All right, let's get out of here. JT, let's go. Where do they find you?
You can find me JT Holden 97 on Instagram. Go follow it.
Boom.
Find me at DMore723 on Instagram.
You can find me at Chazz Wins on Instagram.
Happy birthday, chat.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Chazz.
Yeah,
Make sure-
Chazz, aka the birthday boy.
Type happy birthday in the comments for Chazz. And you can find me at Aunt Prisco. And can't forget to follow Picky Boys Podcast also on Instagram.
And go get Chazz
Like,
a really bad present.
Yeah, get Chazz a gift Bible.
Check us out on Spotify.
Just name the worst
too.
gift you could give me.
No, we'll make that
We're on
announcement.
Spotify.
We'll make that announcement
Secret.
another day. We'll make that announcement another day. All right, peace, guys.